got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. O'Donnell, and incomplete to open things up. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carried out for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down, O'Donnell. And he will find his man on the outside.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he'll spot Hurd open left side. Touchdown, Colts! From 13 yards out. And the Colts put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, check that. Ready?
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Come on. Hey. Let it go.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Jaguars in trouble to start play, 6-8 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he's got room. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. O'Donnell. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. There he goes, right side. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision, just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
On the move to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. so far it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
19 right.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. O'Donnell, he rifles one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. O'Donnell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's got room at the 30. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
18 Cardinals.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. And that is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On second down, a run with Etienne. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Slot man moves right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one bounces out of the back. just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On first down, O'Donnell. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rusher's right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around it. This could really help them on their drive.
Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
Well, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Completes it to Norwood. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
So from the 17, here's second and 7.
At the 17-yard line.
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They give to Mixon to try to... And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball is not free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. O'Donnell under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
To throw on 2nd down. O'Donnell into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first.
Here we go. Close.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Julian Blackmon bringing him down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On second down, here's Mixon. And he loses the football a second time. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Off play action. O'Donnell. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. The Colts at 11-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they'll be tough to beat this one.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Again, it's Taylor. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to throw from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. He sets to fire deep.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It seems like we have seen this a lot in his rookie year. A nice tackle for a loss.
And the more games he gets under his belt, the better he's gotten. And sometimes you worry about rookies hitting the wall. Not in this case. This young man runs right through it.
Here we go.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. There you go. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Looking to throw. O'Donnell, he'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
On 2.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career low.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mixon will try the right side. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Third down, Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they'd struggled throughout this one.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Here's Akers. They try and run. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Cam Akers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7.
13, Steelers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So that last run good enough to have him surpass for his career. Get this, folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James right ahead of you. He can zoom past them with just a few more carries. That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Off the play fake. O'Donnell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Operating from the gun, O'Donnell. And he's got Pierce. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Again, it's Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Burrow. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Here we go. 11 10.
They run for it with Mixon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
It's a gain of 8.
2nd and 2. From the gun again to Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
And the Steelers first down.
11 MP.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. O'Donnell. This one into the hands of Hurd.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
A loss of 13 yards brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. O'Donnell. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Throwing on 1st down. O'Donnell. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Here we go. 11.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He's got this to Pickens. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Mixon will score. Touchdown, Steelers. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Running left, Taylor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, they still believe the momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Back to Taylor on 1st down. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. O'Donnell. Left side, he finds Pierce. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They give to Taylor out of the gun. They find some open field here. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score 46.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds.
Here we go, here we go. Throw.
Here's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And now here is another interception. Able to slither by. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now official.